Hello and welcome to all of you in Nigeria and around the world to midday news on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ubong Usoro. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians that the ongoing restructuring of the country's security architecture will soon yield positive results. The president gave the assurance while meeting a delegation of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, led by its president, Archbishop Daniel Oko, at his Lagos residence. According to a statement by presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu said his administration remains committed to establishing state and community policing and urged religious leaders to work with government to restore peace and stability nationwide. The federal government has confirmed that the explosion that damaged properties in Offa, Kwara State on Christmas night was caused by debris from precision-guided munitions used during a joint Nigeria-United States anti-ISIS operations in Sokoto State. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the debris fell after airstrikes were carried out on ISIS enclaves in Bolni Forest axis of Tangaza local government area, following approval by President Bola Tinubu. He added that intelligence reports showed the locations were being used by foreign terrorists infiltrating Nigeria from the Sahel. In the meantime, the Sokoto State government has confirmed that a joint Nigerian and United States airstrike targeted terrorist enclaves in Tangaza local government area without recording any civilian casualties. The confirmation was made in a statement by the Director General of Media and Publicity, Abubakar Bawa. The state government welcomed international collaboration, describing it as critical to degrading terrorist networks operating along Nigeria's northwestern borders. Police operatives have arrested two suspected bandits linked to violent crimes across Katsina, Zamfara, Niger, and Kwara states during a covert operations in Kwara. Force spokesperson Benjamin Ondei identified one suspect as Abubakar Usman, also known as Sidi, who was seen flaunting weapons and cash in a viral video alongside Shehu Muhammadu alias Gide. Police says an AK-47 rifle, ammunition, a motorcycle, and 500,000 naira cash were recovered from the suspects. The Labour Party has urged President Bola Tinubu to immediately sign an executive order enforcing local government autonomy. In a statement by its National Vice Chairman Southwest Dr. Arambambi Abayomi, the party accused state governors of undermining the Supreme Court's July 2024 ruling mandating direct allocations of funds to local councils. The LP warned that continued delays threatens grassroots democracy and violates constitutional provisions. The National Assembly says it has ordered the re-gazetting of 4 major tax reform laws amid public controversy over alleged post-passage altercation, insisting that the move is purely administrative and aimed at protecting the integrity of legislative records. A statement issued by the House of Representatives spokesperson Akin Rotimi says the leadership of both chambers of the parliament directed the clerk to the National Assembly to re-gazette the act and issue certified true copies of the version duly passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. The directive followed public commentary surrounding the passage, presidential assets, and publication in the Federal Government Official Gazette of the Nigerian Tax Act 2025, the Nigerian Tax Administration Act 2025, and the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Establishment Act 2025, and also the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Act 2025. Every year, December 26 arrives quietly just after the excitement of Christmas Day. It is called Boxing Day. While the day is often known for sports, sales, or leftovers, its meaning goes much deeper. Sadia Yakubu brings us more details about Boxing Day.
The name Boxing Day dates back hundreds of years. Traditionally, it is a day when boxes of gifts were given to those who had worked through Christmas, servants, tradespeople, and those less privileged. Churches would also open their donation boxes, sharing what had been collected with people in need.
The Boxing Day, in most cases, misconstrued to mean exchange of blows. And I believe that is the first notion that comes when it comes to the issue of Boxing Day. But far from it, it has nothing to do with boxing, it has nothing to do with the exchange of blows. It's primarily gifts you unravel the day after Christmas.
At its heart, Boxing Day is about generosity, not celebration, but gratitude. A reminder that after receiving, we give. Today, Boxing Day has taken on new traditions, but the message still matters. It's a day to slow down, to say thank you, and to think about others, whether through kindness, time, or simply checking in.
Boxing Day is the day for family celebration, food, good music.
Because I'm here with my family.
Okay, why are you here today?
I'm here to play with some of my friends.
Over time, the way we mark Boxing Day has changed. Today, it's known for family time, travel, sports, and modern traditions. Yet, the original meaning still resonates.
It's a day to slow down, reflect, and think beyond ourselves. A moment to appreciate what we have and consider others. While Christmas Day celebrates joy and togetherness, Boxing Day does the same. Boxing Day means exchanging of gifts with loved ones. Sadia Yakubu reporting for Global Television News.
In the spirit of Christmas, homes, streets, and public spaces across Nigeria are being transformed with vibrant decorations, from sparkling lights to festive ornaments. Christmas decor adds color and joy to the holiday season. Our correspondent Sadeatu Gaba brings the report.
Christmas decorations have become a central part of holiday celebrations in Nigeria. Across cities and towns, businesses, public institutions, and homes are investing in colorful lights, Christmas trees, and festive ornaments to create a cheerful atmosphere. In residential areas, families take pride in decorating their homes with lights strung across windows, balconies, and gardens. Many households also display Christmas trees adorned with baubles, tinsels, and sparkling lights, creating photo-worthy scenes that attract visitors and neighbors.
Christmas decoration, I think it reminds everybody that it's actually really Christmas. It adds color and it makes the whole celebration a little bit more exciting.
Shopping malls, hotels, and commercial centers have also embraced the festive spirit. Giant Christmas trees, themed displays, and decorative lighting enhance the shopping experience, drawing in customers and creating lively environments for families and friends. Community centers and public spaces are not left out. Local governments and organizations often organize decoration contests, street light events, and festive exhibitions, fostering community engagement and cultural celebration.
Sometimes the way the lightning, somehow when you see the light, it gives you that memory that this is Christmas.
Retailers in the decoration business report a surge in demand for ornaments, lights, and seasonal decor items, reflecting the popularity of festive decorations among Nigerians. From traditional themes to modern and digital light displays, the diversity in decor options continue to grow.
Christmas decoration is good for house, for market. As person, if you do decoration for somewhere, it making everywhere beauty, smile. If another person see it, he can do it for his house.
Christmas decorations do more than brighten homes and streets. They bring people together, inspire creativity, and spread joy across communities. As the holiday season unfolds, the sparkling lights and colorful ornaments remind everyone of the festive spirit that defines Christmas. Sadeatu Gaba for Global Television.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, says it is hopeful that the federal government will honor the recently reached agreement between both parties. ASU President Chris Piwuna said the union will meet with Minister of Education Tunji Alausa in January to finalize implementation commitments. He noted that past agreements dating back to 2009 were repeatedly breached, fueling years of industrial disputes. As the sun sets on another year, Muslims around the world gather for a special moment, the final Jumat prayer for 2025. Jumat is more than a weekly obligation. It is a pause in the rhythm of life, a time to reflect, reconnect, and remember Allah. Sadia Yakubu also reports.
On this last Friday of the year, the prayer carries added meaning. It becomes a moment of reflection on the year that has passed, the challenges faced, the lessons learned, and the blessings received. For many, this Jumu'at is a time to seek forgiveness for what fell short and to give thanks for the strength to continue. It is a reminder that time is trust and every prayer is an opportunity to return to what truly matters.
Jumu'ah stand on the position of prayer number 1 on the day.
As khutbah is delivered and hands are raised in dua, heart turns toward hope for guidance and for a new year lived with greater faith, patience and compassion. On this last Friday of the year, that pulse feels deeper. It becomes a time to look back at the days that passed quickly, the trials that tested patience, and the blessings that may have gone unnoticed.
So it is very, very important. You cannot differentiate, but the attendance of the special Jummah at mosque is very, very significant.
Inside mosque, hearts are quietly busy seeking forgiveness for mistakes, offering gratitude for strength, guidance, and mercy. The khutbah reminds us that time is precious. Every prayer is an opportunity to reset our intentions and renew our connection with Allah. As hands are raised in dua, many look ahead, hoping the coming year will be filled with stronger faith, kinder actions, and deeper purpose. The last Jumu'ah of 2025 is not an ending, but a reminder that each Friday is a gift and every moment is a chance to begin again. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, Nigeria, Tunisia clash in top of the table encounter. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Please do stay with us. In business, the federal government has insisted that the implementation of the Nigerian Tax Act and the Nigerian Tax Administration Act will begin on January 1st, 2026. Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, made this known after meeting President Tinubu in Lagos. Oyedele said the reforms will ease tax burden on low-income earners and small businesses while promoting growth and fairness in Nigeria. State governments and local councils have reduced their bank debts by about 547.5 billion naira within 1 year. According to data from the Central Bank of Nigeria, figures show banking sector exposure to states and councils fell from 2.68 trillion naira in June 2024 to 2.13 trillion naira in June 2025. Analysts attribute the decline to increased Federation account inflows and improved revenue allocations. The international money transfer operator inflows into Nigeria fell by 11.78% in the first quarter of 2025, compared with the same period of last year. According to new figures from the Central Bank of Nigeria's latest quarterly statistical bulletin, an analysis of the data showed that IMTO receipts totaled $2.07 billion between January and June 2025, down from $2.34 billion recorded in the corresponding period of 2024. This represents a decline of about $275.93 million year-on-year, showing a pressure in an important non-oil foreign exchange source at a time and monetary authorities are banking on remittances to support market liquidity. Let's go to the foreign scene now. Israel has become the first country to formally recognize Somaliland as an independent state. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed the move, describing it as historic and promising expanded cooperation in agriculture, security, and economic development. Egypt has rejected the decision, reaffirming its support for Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Meanwhile, Somalians have turned out in droves to vote in local elections in the capital, Mogadishu, the first by universal suffrage in nearly 60 years, with the city locked down amid security concerns. The East African country is struggling to emerge from decades of conflict and chaos, battling a bloody Islamic insurgency and frequent natural disasters. Uyi Abumafwekwe brings this report.
Long lines snaked outside 7 polling stations in the capital, with those waiting impatient and excited to cast their ballots. The country's president, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, cast his ballots in Mogadishu during Somalia's first local elections in nearly 60 years. The East African nation is striving to emerge from decades of conflict and instability as it continues to battle a violent insurgency and cope with recurring natural disasters. The polls will serve as a test of the direct voting system championed by the president amid opposition from the country's states who say it is a bid to centralize power in Mogadishu. The volatile nation has stepped up security ahead of the polls with more than 10,000. The volatile nation has stepped up security ahead of the polls with more than 10,000 security personnel deployed across the capital. Uyi Agmofwebe reporting for Global TV News.
Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to an immediate ceasefire following weeks of deadly border clashes that killed at least 41 people and displaced nearly 1 million civilians. Defense officials from both countries say troop movement will be frozen and displaced residents allowed to return home. The agreement followed renewed diplomatic intervention after an earlier truce collapsed. Now to Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will meet United States President Donald J. Trump in Florida on Sunday to discuss efforts to end Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Zelensky said talks will center on U.S. brokered peace plan and security guarantees, as Russia confirmed continued engagement with Washington, though Moscow describes Ukraine's proposals as radically different from its own position. The planned meeting comes amid renewed Russian airstrikes across Ukraine, including Kyiv and Kharkiv, where several people were wounded and at least 2 killed, more than 2 years after Russia launched its invasion in February 2022. Now to sports. Nigeria and Tunisia will face off tonight in a top-of-the-table group match at the 35th African Cup of Nations in Fes, Morocco. Both teams have 3 points from their opening fixtures and are seeking early qualification for the knockout stage. Coaches Eric Chile and Sami Trablesi are expected to deploy star-studded lineups in one of Africa's fiercest football rivalries. Also now, host Morocco were held to a 1-1 draw by Mali in their AFCON Group A encounter, with both goals coming from penalty kicks. Elsewhere, Egypt advanced to the knockout stage after a 1-0 win over South Africa, despite playing the second half with 10 men. Mohamed Salah converted a VAR awarded penalty to seal Egypt's place in the next round. Nigerian-American boxer Emeka Nwokolo has climbed to 10th place in the World Boxing Association Superweight Welterweight ranking, following moving from 12th position. The 32-year-old Los Angeles-based fighter is now the only Nigerian in the WBA top 10 and the only African ranked in the top 15 at 154 pounds, following his successful WBA-NABA title defense in July. Nwokolo, who holds a professional record of 17 wins and 1 loss and owns 5 championship belts, says he is targeting a top 5 ranking and a world title next year. And that's it on Midday News. A quick reminder, Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly do follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @GlobalTVNG. I am Ubong Usara. Bye for now.